Picture this, you've just retired, and the world feels like it's slowing down. The daily grind is over, and suddenly, you have all this time on your hands. But here's the thing, retirement doesn't have to mean slowing down. In fact, for many retirees, it's just the beginning of a new chapter filled with energy, purpose, and adventure. Did you know that studies show staying active in retirement can add years to your life and life to your years? It's true. And today, we're diving into the wisdom of retirees who didn't just sit back, they leaned in, stayed active, and discovered what it truly means to live a fulfilling life. In this video, we'll explore 15 powerful lessons from retirees who stayed active, proving that retirement isn't an end, it's a launchpad for new passions, connections, and growth. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, traveling the world, or simply staying curious, these lessons will inspire you to rethink what's possible in this exciting phase of life. So, if you're ready to unlock the secrets to a vibrant, active retirement, keep watching. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with actionable insights to help you live your best life, no matter your age. Let's get started. Now, let's dive into the first lesson from retirees who stayed active, embracing lifelong learning. Retirement isn't just a time to relax, it's an opportunity to explore new interests and keep your mind sharp. Many retirees who stayed active found that picking up new hobbies, learning new skills, or even going back to school gave them a renewed sense of purpose and excitement. Take Margaret, for example. After retiring from her career as a nurse, she decided to take up painting. What started as a simple hobby quickly turned into a passion. Not only did she discover a creative outlet she never knew she had, but she also found that painting helped her stay mentally engaged and focused. She even joined a local art class where she met new friends who shared her interest. Then there's Robert, who always wanted to learn Spanish but never had the time during his working years. In retirement, he enrolled in an online language course. Not only did he master a new language, but he also used it to connect with people during his travels to Spanish-speaking countries. Learning Spanish didn't just keep his brain active, it opened up a whole new world of experiences and connections. And let's not forget about Susan, who went back to school in her 70s to earn a degree in history. She said it was one of the most rewarding decisions she ever made. Not only did it challenge her intellectually, but it also gave her a sense of accomplishment and pride. These stories show that lifelong learning isn't just about acquiring new skills, it's about staying curious, engaged, and connected to the world around you. Whether it's painting, learning a language, or pursuing a degree, embracing new challenges keeps your mind sharp and your spirit vibrant. And as we'll see in the next lesson, staying physically active is just as important for a fulfilling retirement. Now, let's shift our focus to the second lesson from retirees who stayed active, the importance of staying physically active. While keeping the mind sharp is crucial, maintaining physical health is equally vital for a fulfilling retirement. Regular exercise not only boosts energy levels but also enhances overall well-being, helping retirees stay strong, mobile, and independent. Take John, for instance. After retiring, he made walking a daily habit. What began as a simple stroll around his neighborhood soon turned into a 5-mile routine. Over time, he noticed significant improvements in his stamina, mood, and even his sleep. Walking became more than just exercise. It was a way for him to clear his mind, enjoy nature, and connect with neighbors along the way. Then there's Linda, who discovered yoga in her late 60s. At first, she was hesitant, thinking it might be too challenging, but after attending a beginner's class, she quickly fell in love with the practice. Yoga not only improved her flexibility and balance, but also became a source of mental calm and relaxation. She now leads a weekly yoga session at her local community center, inspiring others to give it a try. And let's not forget about George, who took up swimming after retiring. He joined a local swim club and started swimming laps several times a week. Not only did it help him stay in great shape, but it also became a social activity. He formed friendships with fellow swimmers and even participated in a few senior swim competitions. Swimming gave him a sense of accomplishment and kept him feeling youthful and energized. These stories highlight how staying physically active can transform retirement into a vibrant and fulfilling chapter of life. Whether it's walking, yoga, swimming, or even dancing, regular exercise offers countless benefits for both the body and mind. It's not just about staying fit, it's about feeling alive, connected, and ready to embrace new adventures. As we move forward, the next lesson will explore how building and maintaining social connections plays a key role in staying active and engaged during retirement. Because, as we'll see, staying connected with others is just as important as staying active in body and mind. Now, let's turn our attention to the third lesson from retirees who stayed active: the power of building and maintaining social connections. While physical activity keeps the body strong, nurturing relationships keeps the heart and soul vibrant. For many retirees, staying connected with others became a cornerstone of their active and fulfilling lives. Take Margaret, for example. After retiring, she joined a local book club. What started as a way to share her love for reading quickly turned into a close-knit community of friends. The group not only discussed books but also supported each other through life's ups and downs. For Margaret, the book club became a source of joy, intellectual stimulation, and emotional support. Then there's Robert, who decided to volunteer at a nearby food bank. What began as a way to give back to his community soon became a deeply rewarding experience. He formed meaningful connections with fellow volunteers and the people they served. Robert found that volunteering gave him a sense of purpose and belonging, reminding him that he was still an essential part of something bigger. And let's not forget about Susan, who made it a priority to stay close with her family. She started hosting weekly family dinners, bringing her children, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren together. These gatherings became a cherished tradition, filled with laughter, stories, and love. For Susan, these moments were a reminder of the importance of family and the joy of being surrounded by loved ones. These stories show how building and maintaining social connections can enrich retirement in profound ways. Whether it's through clubs, volunteering, or family, these relationships provide emotional support, a sense of belonging, and a reason to stay engaged with the world. As we move forward, the next lesson will explore how giving back through volunteering can bring a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose during retirement. Because, as we'll see, contributing to the well-being of others can be just as rewarding as taking care of ourselves. Now, let's shift our focus to the fourth lesson from retirees who stayed active: the incredible fulfillment that comes from volunteering and giving back to the community. For many retirees, dedicating time to causes they care about not only benefits others, but also brings a deep sense of purpose and engagement to their own lives. Consider the story of Linda, who, after retiring from her career as a teacher, decided to volunteer at a local literacy program. She spent her afternoons helping adults learn to read and write, something she had always been passionate about. For Linda, this wasn't just about teaching, it was about empowering others to transform their lives. She found that the gratitude and progress of her students gave her a renewed sense of accomplishment and joy. Then there's James, who turned his love for nature into a volunteer role at a community garden. Every week, he worked alongside neighbors to plant, tend, and harvest fresh produce, which was then donated to families in need. James discovered that being outdoors and contributing to a sustainable cause brought him a sense of peace and connection to his community. He often said that the garden became his happy place, where he could make a tangible difference while staying active and engaged. And let's not overlook Maria, who dedicated her time to a local animal shelter. As an animal lover, she found immense joy in caring for abandoned pets, helping them find loving homes, and even fostering a few herself. Maria often shared how the unconditional love from the animals she cared for filled her days with warmth and purpose. Volunteering at the shelter gave her a reason to get up every morning, knowing she was making a difference in the lives of these vulnerable creatures. These stories highlight how volunteering can be a powerful way to stay active and connected during retirement. Whether it's through teaching, gardening, or caring for animals, giving back provides retirees with a sense of purpose, a way to contribute to their communities, and a reason to stay engaged with the world around them. As we move forward, the next lesson will take us on a journey of exploration and adventure, showing how travel and new experiences can keep retirees curious, energized, and fulfilled. Because, as we'll see, the world has so much to offer when we're willing to step out and explore it. Now, let's take a step into the world of adventure and discovery with our fifth lesson, the joy of travel and exploration. For many retirees, stepping out of their comfort zones and embracing new experiences has been a key to staying active, curious, and fulfilled. Whether it's exploring distant countries or uncovering hidden gems in their own neighborhoods, travel has a unique way of keeping life vibrant and exciting. Take the story of Robert, for example. After retiring from his engineering career, he decided to fulfill a lifelong dream of visiting every continent. From hiking the Inca Trail in Peru to marveling at the Northern Lights in Iceland, Robert found that each journey brought a new sense of wonder and perspective. He often shared how these adventures not only kept him physically active, but also opened his mind to different cultures, histories, and ways of life. For Robert, travel became a way to stay curious and connected to the world. Then there's Susan, who chose a different kind of adventure. Instead of traveling abroad, she made it her mission to explore every national park in her home country. From the towering redwoods of California to the rugged landscapes of Maine, Susan discovered a deep appreciation for the natural beauty right in her backyard. She found that these trips not only kept her active but also gave her a renewed sense of gratitude for the world around her. Susan often said that each park felt like a new chapter in her life, filled with fresh experiences and memories. And let's not forget about Carlos, who combined his love for travel with his passion for photography. After retiring, he embarked on a journey to document the lives of people in remote villages around the world. From the bustling markets of Morocco to the serene landscapes of Vietnam, Carlos captured stories through his lens, sharing them with others through exhibitions and online platforms. For him, travel wasn't just about seeing new places, it was about connecting with people, learning their stories, and preserving their cultures. These stories remind us that travel and exploration aren't just about the destinations, they're about the experiences, the connections, and the personal growth that come with stepping into the unknown. Whether it's crossing oceans or exploring local treasures, these adventures keep retirees curious, energized, and deeply engaged with life. As we move forward, the next lesson will dive into the world of creativity, showing how pursuing artistic passions can bring joy, fulfillment, and a renewed sense of purpose in retirement. Because, as we'll see, creativity has a unique way of keeping the mind and spirit alive. Now, let's shift our focus to the power of creativity and how it can transform retirement into a vibrant and fulfilling chapter of life. Lesson 6 is all about pursuing creative outlets, and it's a reminder that creativity isn't just for artists, it's for everyone. Whether it's writing, gardening, music, or crafts, engaging in creative activities can bring joy, purpose, and a renewed sense of accomplishment. Take the story of Margaret, for instance. After retiring from her career as a teacher, she decided to try her hand at painting. At first, she was hesitant, thinking she wasn't artistic enough. But as she picked up a brush and started experimenting with colors, she discovered a passion she never knew she had. Over time, Margaret's paintings evolved from simple sketches to vibrant landscapes that captured the beauty of her surroundings. She even held a small exhibition at her local community center, where her work was met with praise and admiration. For Margaret, painting became more than just a hobby. It was a way to express herself, stay mentally sharp, and connect with others who shared her love for art. Then there's Tom, who found his creative spark in woodworking. After retiring from a long career in construction, he decided to channel his skills into crafting furniture. What started as a simple project to build a bookshelf for his granddaughter turned into a full-fledged passion. Tom began creating intricate pieces, from rocking chairs to custom tables, each one a testament to his craftsmanship and attention to detail. He found that working with his hands not only kept him physically active, but also gave him a deep sense of pride and accomplishment. Tom often said that every piece he created felt like a small legacy, something that would outlast him and bring joy to others for years to come. And let's not forget about Linda, who discovered the therapeutic power of gardening after retiring. What began as a small patch of flowers in her backyard grew into a lush, thriving garden filled with fruits, vegetables, and vibrant blooms. Linda found that tending to her garden was not only a way to stay active, but also a source of immense joy and peace. She loved watching her plants grow, knowing that her care and effort had brought them to life. For Linda, gardening became a daily ritual that grounded her, connected her to nature, and gave her a sense of purpose. These stories show us that creativity is a powerful tool for staying active and engaged in retirement. It's not about being the best or most skilled, it's about exploring new passions, expressing yourself, and finding joy in the process. Whether it's through painting, woodworking, gardening, or any other creative outlet, these activities have the power to enrich our lives in ways we might never expect. As we move forward, the next lesson will explore how staying mentally sharp through puzzles and games can keep the mind active and engaged. Because, as we'll see, keeping the brain challenged is just as important as staying physically and creatively active. Now, let's turn our attention to another key aspect of staying active in retirement, keeping the mind sharp. Lesson 7 focuses on how retirees who stayed engaged often turn to puzzles, games, and brain training activities to maintain their cognitive health. These activities aren't just fun, they're powerful tools for keeping the brain active and agile. Take the story of Robert, for example. After retiring from a career in engineering, he found himself missing the mental challenges that his job had provided. To fill that gap, he started solving crossword puzzles every morning with his coffee. What began as a casual habit soon became a daily ritual. Robert noticed that not only did he feel more mentally alert, but he also enjoyed the sense of accomplishment that came with completing each puzzle. Over time, he even started creating his own crosswords, sharing them with friends and family. For Robert, these puzzles became a way to stay sharp, connected, and creatively engaged. Then there's Susan, who discovered the world of chess after retiring. She had always been curious about the game, but never had the time to learn it during her working years. After joining a local chess club, she quickly fell in love with the strategic thinking and problem-solving it required. Susan found that playing chess not only challenged her mind, but also introduced her to a community of like-minded individuals. She often said that chess taught her patience, focus, and the value of thinking several steps ahead, skills that translated into other areas of her life. And let's not forget about James, who turned to brain training apps to keep his mind active. After retiring, he wanted to find a way to stay mentally fit without leaving the comfort of his home. He started using a popular app that offered daily challenges, from memory games to logic puzzles. James found that these activities not only kept his mind sharp, but also gave him a sense of routine and purpose. He even started competing with his grandchildren, turning it into a fun family activity that brought them closer together. These stories highlight the importance of keeping the brain engaged through puzzles, games, and other mental challenges. Whether it's solving crosswords, playing chess, or using brain training apps, these activities offer more than just entertainment. They help maintain cognitive health, improve memory, and even foster social connections. As we move forward, the next lesson will explore how adopting a healthy diet can further support an active and fulfilling retirement. Because, as we'll see, what we put into our bodies plays a crucial role in how we feel and function, both mentally and physically. Now, let's shift our focus to something that fuels both the body and the mind: nutrition. Lesson 8 is all about the importance of adopting a healthy diet to stay active and vibrant during retirement. What we eat plays a significant role in how we feel, think, and move, especially as we age. For retirees who stayed active, embracing healthy eating habits wasn't just about avoiding illness, it was about thriving. Take the story of Margaret, for instance. After retiring, she decided to take control of her health by revamping her diet. She started by incorporating more whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains into her meals. Margaret also made it a point to reduce processed foods and sugary snacks. Over time, she noticed a remarkable difference in her energy levels. She no longer felt sluggish in the afternoons and found herself more motivated to stay active, whether it was gardening, walking, or even trying out new recipes. Margaret often says that eating well gave her the energy to enjoy her retirement to the fullest. Then there's Tom, who discovered the benefits of mindful eating after retiring. He had always been a fan of hearty meals, but as he got older, he realized that his eating habits were affecting his energy and overall health. Tom started paying closer attention to portion sizes and made an effort to eat more balanced meals. He also began experimenting with new, nutrient-rich foods like quinoa, kale, and salmon. Tom found that these changes not only improved his physical health but also boosted his mood and mental clarity. He even started a small cooking club with his neighbors where they shared healthy recipes and tips. For Tom, eating well became a way to connect with others while taking care of himself. And let's not forget about Linda, who turned to a plant-based diet after retiring. She had always been curious about the health benefits of eating more plants, but it wasn't until she retired that she had the time to fully explore it. Linda started by adding more vegetables, beans, and nuts to her meals and gradually reduced her intake of meat and dairy. She was amazed at how much better she felt. Her digestion improved, her energy levels soared, and she even noticed her skin looking healthier. Linda also found that cooking plant-based meals became a creative outlet, inspiring her to try new flavors and techniques. These stories show that adopting a healthy diet isn't just about avoiding unhealthy foods, it's about embracing choices that nourish the body and mind. Whether it's incorporating more whole foods, practicing mindful eating, or exploring plant-based options, these habits can lead to increased energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being. As we move forward, the next lesson will explore how finding a routine that works can help retirees stay motivated and focused on their goals. Because, as we'll see, structure and consistency can be powerful tools for maintaining an active and fulfilling retirement. Now, let's turn our attention to something that might seem simple but can make a world of difference: finding a routine that works. Lesson 9 is all about how retirees who stayed active often created daily routines that balanced productivity with relaxation. Structure, as it turns out, can be a game changer when it comes to staying motivated and focused, especially during retirement. Take the story of Robert, for example. After retiring, he found himself struggling to fill his days with meaningful activities. He realized that without the structure of a work schedule, his days felt aimless. So, Robert decided to create a daily routine that included time for exercise, hobbies, and relaxation. He started his mornings with a brisk walk, followed by a few hours dedicated to his passion for woodworking. In the afternoons, he made time to read or simply unwind. Over time, Robert noticed that having a routine gave him a sense of purpose and kept him motivated to stay active. He often says that his daily schedule is what keeps him feeling productive and fulfilled. Then there's Susan, who discovered the power of a balanced routine after retiring. She had always been a busy professional, and the sudden shift to retirement left her feeling a bit lost. Susan decided to structure her days by setting aside specific times for different activities. She dedicated her mornings to volunteering at a local library, which gave her a sense of contribution and connection. In the afternoons, she focused on her hobbies like painting and gardening. By the evening, she made sure to relax with a good book or spend time with her family. Susan found that this balance of productivity and downtime helped her stay energized and engaged. And let's not forget about James, who turned his love for travel into a structured routine. After retiring, James wanted to explore new places but didn't want his trips to feel chaotic. He started planning his travels in advance, setting aside specific months for trips and creating itineraries that balanced adventure with relaxation. Between trips, he maintained a routine at home that included regular exercise, social activities, and time for reflection. James found that this structured approach allowed him to enjoy his travels more fully while also staying grounded at home. These stories highlight how finding a routine that works can help retirees stay motivated, focused, and fulfilled. Whether it's carving out time for hobbies, volunteering, or travel, having a daily structure can provide a sense of purpose and balance. As we move forward, the next lesson will explore how embracing technology can open up new opportunities for retirees to stay connected, informed, and engaged. Because, as we'll see, technology can be a powerful tool for enhancing an active and fulfilling retirement. Now, let's shift our focus to a tool that has transformed the way we live, work, and connect: technology. Lesson 10 is all about how retirees who stayed active embraced technology to stay connected, informed, and entertained. For many, learning to use new devices and platforms opened up a world of opportunities, helping them stay engaged and enriched during retirement. Take the story of Margaret, for instance. After retiring, Margaret felt a bit isolated, especially since her children and grandchildren lived in different states. She decided to learn how to use video calling apps like Zoom and FaceTime. At first, it felt overwhelming, but with a little practice, she quickly got the hang of it. Now, Margaret has weekly video calls with her family, which she says makes her feel closer to them despite the distance. She even joined an online book club where she connects with people from all over the world to discuss her favorite novels. For Margaret, technology has become a bridge that keeps her connected to the people and activities she loves. Then there's Tom, who discovered the joy of online learning after retiring. He had always been curious about photography but never had the time to pursue it. When he retired, Tom signed up for an online photography course. Through video tutorials and interactive assignments, he learned how to use his camera and edit photos like a pro. Tom now spends his weekends capturing stunning landscapes and sharing his work on social media. He says that learning something new through technology has not only kept him busy, but also given him a creative outlet he never knew he had. And let's not forget about Linda, who used technology to stay active and informed. Linda had always been passionate about health and fitness, but after retiring, she found it harder to stay motivated. That's when she discovered fitness apps and online workout videos. She started following guided yoga sessions and even joined a virtual fitness community where she could track her progress and connect with others. Linda says that using technology to stay active has helped her maintain her energy and focus, and she feels healthier than ever. These stories show how embracing technology can open up new doors for retirees, helping them stay connected, learn new skills, and even improve their health. Whether it's through video calls, online courses, or fitness apps, technology offers endless possibilities for staying active and engaged. As we move forward, the next lesson will explore the importance of staying curious and open-minded in retirement. Because, as we'll see, maintaining a sense of curiosity can lead to new adventures and discoveries, keeping life exciting and fulfilling. Now, let's turn our attention to a mindset that can truly transform retirement into a time of endless discovery: staying curious and open-minded. Lesson 11 highlights how retirees who stayed active often embraced a sense of wonder and a willingness to try new things. This curiosity not only keeps life exciting, but also opens doors to experiences that enrich the mind and soul. Take the story of Robert, for example. After retiring, Robert decided to step out of his comfort zone and explore the world of international cuisine. He had always been a meat and potatoes kind of guy, but he challenged himself to cook exotic recipes from different cultures. From mastering the art of making sushi to perfecting a spicy Thai curry, Robert found joy in experimenting with flavors and techniques. He even started hosting themed dinner parties for his friends, where they'd travel the world through food without leaving his dining room. For Robert, staying curious about food has turned his kitchen into a place of adventure and creativity. Then there's Susan, who discovered a passion for learning about different cultures. After retiring, she realized she had always been curious about the world, but never had the time to dive deep into its diversity. Susan began attending cultural festivals, reading books about global traditions, and even taking online courses on world history. She says that learning about how people live in different parts of the world has broadened her perspective and made her feel more connected to humanity. Susan's curiosity has not only enriched her retirement, but also inspired her to volunteer with organizations that promote cultural understanding. And let's not forget about George, who decided to try something completely out of the ordinary, learning to play the ukulele. At first, he thought it might be too late to pick up a new instrument, but he gave it a shot anyway. George started with simple chords and gradually worked his way up to playing his favorite songs. He even joined a local ukulele group where he met other retirees who shared his newfound passion. George says that learning something new has brought a sense of accomplishment and joy to his life, proving that it's never too late to try something different. These stories remind us that staying curious and open-minded can lead to incredible experiences, even in retirement. Whether it's through cooking, learning about cultures, or picking up a new hobby, embracing curiosity keeps life vibrant and fulfilling. As we move forward, the next lesson will focus on the importance of prioritizing mental health in retirement. Because as we'll see, taking care of your mind is just as important as staying physically active, and it can make all the difference in living a balanced and joyful life. Now, let's shift our focus to something that often goes unnoticed but is absolutely vital: mental health. Lesson 12 reminds us that taking care of your mind is just as important as staying physically active, especially in retirement. For many retirees, maintaining mental well-being has been the key to living a balanced and joyful life. Consider the story of Linda, who found herself feeling overwhelmed after retiring. The sudden change in routine left her feeling disconnected and anxious. That's when she decided to explore mindfulness. Linda started with simple breathing exercises and gradually incorporated meditation into her daily routine. She says that taking just 10 minutes each morning to sit quietly and focus on her breath has made a world of difference. It's helped her manage stress, stay present, and approach each day with a sense of calm. Then there's Tom, who discovered the benefits of therapy after retiring. He had always been the type to keep his emotions to himself, but retirement brought up feelings he hadn't fully processed. With the encouragement of his family, Tom started seeing a therapist. Through those sessions, he learned to express his emotions, work through past challenges, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Tom now describes therapy as a gift he gave himself, one that has helped him feel more at peace and connected to those around him. And let's not forget about Margaret, who turned to meditation as a way to stay positive and grounded. After losing her husband, Margaret struggled with grief and loneliness. She joined a local meditation group where she found a supportive community and a practice that brought her comfort. Over time, meditation became a source of strength for Margaret, helping her navigate her emotions and find moments of joy even in difficult times. These stories highlight how prioritizing mental health can transform retirement into a time of growth and resilience. Whether it's through mindfulness, therapy, or meditation, taking care of your mind allows you to face life's challenges with clarity and positivity. As we move forward, the next lesson will explore how setting goals and challenges can keep retirees motivated and engaged. Because, as we'll see, having something to strive for can bring a sense of purpose and accomplishment to this new chapter of life. Now, let's turn our attention to something that can truly ignite passion and purpose in retirement: setting goals and challenges. Lesson 13 reminds us that having something to strive for can bring a sense of direction and accomplishment, no matter your age. For retirees who stayed active, setting personal goals became a powerful way to stay motivated and engaged in life. Take the story of Robert, for example. After retiring, Robert decided to challenge himself by training for his first marathon. At first, the idea seemed daunting. After all, he had never run more than a few miles at a time. But he started small, setting weekly milestones and gradually building his endurance. Over time, running became more than just a physical challenge. It became a way for Robert to prove to himself that he could achieve anything he set his mind to. Crossing the finish line of that marathon wasn't just a personal victory. It was a reminder that retirement is a time to dream big and push boundaries. Then there's Susan, who always wanted to write a book but never had the time while working. Retirement gave her the opportunity to finally pursue that dream. She set a goal to write a chapter each month, and before she knew it, she had completed her first novel. For Susan, the process of writing wasn't just about the end result. It was about the joy of creating something meaningful and sharing her story with others. Her book became a testament to the power of persistence and the fulfillment that comes from pursuing a lifelong passion. And let's not forget about James, who decided to master a new skill in retirement: woodworking. He started with simple projects like building a birdhouse and gradually worked his way up to crafting intricate furniture pieces. For James, woodworking became more than just a hobby. It was a way to challenge himself creatively and leave a lasting legacy for his family. Each finished piece was a reminder that growth and learning don't stop when you retire. They simply take on new forms. These stories show us that setting goals and challenges in retirement isn't just about staying busy, it's about staying inspired. Whether it's running a marathon, writing a book, or mastering a new skill, having something to work toward can bring a sense of purpose and achievement to this chapter of life. As we look ahead, the next lesson will explore how staying financially savvy can support an active and fulfilling retirement. Because, as we'll see, managing your resources wisely can open doors to new adventures and opportunities. Now, let's shift our focus to a lesson that's as practical as it is empowering: staying financially savvy. Lesson 14 highlights how retirees who stayed active often managed their finances wisely to support their lifestyle, ensuring they could pursue their passions and adventures without unnecessary stress. Consider the story of Linda, who retired with a modest pension but a big dream to travel the world. Instead of letting her budget hold her back, Linda got creative. She researched affordable travel options like house-sitting and off-season trips, and even started a small online store selling handmade crafts to supplement her income. By carefully budgeting and finding innovative ways to fund her travels, Linda was able to visit over 20 countries in just 5 years. Her story shows that with a little resourcefulness, financial limitations don't have to limit your dreams. Then there's Michael, who decided to invest a portion of his retirement savings into dividend-paying stocks. He spent time educating himself about the stock market, starting small and gradually building a portfolio that provided a steady stream of passive income. This extra income allowed Michael to fund his passion for photography, upgrading his equipment, and even hosting local exhibitions. For Michael, staying financially savvy wasn't just about security. It was about creating opportunities to explore his creativity and share it with others. And let's not forget about Patricia, who turned her love of gardening into a small but profitable side hustle. she started selling her homegrown produce and flowers at local farmers markets, using the earnings to fund her other hobbies like painting and pottery. Patricia's story is a reminder that staying financially savvy doesn't always mean cutting back. It can also mean finding ways to turn your passions into income. These examples illustrate that managing your finances wisely in retirement isn't just about saving money, it's about making your money work for you. Whether it's budgeting, investing, or finding creative ways to generate income, staying financially savvy can open doors to new experiences and adventures. As we move forward, the final lesson will explore the importance of embracing change and adaptability in retirement. Because as we'll see, staying flexible and open to new possibilities can lead to some of the most rewarding chapters of life. Now, as we step into the final lesson, let's explore a mindset that can truly transform retirement, embracing change and adaptability. Life after retirement is rarely a straight path, and those who stay active often find that flexibility and openness to new experiences are key to staying fulfilled. Take the story of Robert, for example. After retiring from a long career in engineering, Robert faced a sudden health challenge that limited his mobility. Instead of letting this setback define his retirement, he adapted. He turned his focus to writing, something he had always wanted to try but never had the time for. Robert started a blog where he shared his life lessons and reflections, and over time, it grew into a thriving community of readers who found inspiration in his words. For Robert, embracing change meant discovering a new passion and a way to connect with others, even from the comfort of his home. Then there's Margaret, who had always dreamed of retiring to a quiet countryside home. But when her children and grandchildren moved to a bustling city, she made the bold decision to join them. At first, the noise and pace of city life felt overwhelming, but Margaret chose to adapt. She joined a local book club, started volunteering at a community center, and even took up urban gardening on her apartment balcony. What began as a challenge turned into an opportunity to build new relationships and explore a different way of living. Margaret's story reminds us that sometimes the best adventures come from stepping out of our comfort zones. And consider the journey of James, who lost his spouse just a few years into retirement. While the loss was devastating, James decided to honor their shared love of travel by embarking on solo trips. He joined group tours for seniors where he met new friends and discovered a sense of camaraderie that helped him heal. Through these experiences, James learned that adapting to life's changes doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means finding new ways to move forward with purpose and joy. These stories highlight a powerful truth. Retirement is not about avoiding change, but about embracing it. Whether it's a health challenge, a move to a new environment, or a personal loss, the ability to adapt can open doors to unexpected opportunities and deeper fulfillment. As we wrap up these 15 lessons, remember that staying active in retirement isn't just about what you do. It's about how you approach life. By staying curious, connected, and open to change, you can create a retirement that's not only active but truly meaningful. So, what's one change you're ready to embrace in your own journey? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom stories that inspire and empower. Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep living your best life. As we bring this journey to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the 15 powerful lessons we've learned from retirees who stayed active. From embracing lifelong learning and staying physically active to building social connections and giving back through volunteering, these stories remind us that retirement is not an end but a new beginning. It's a time to explore, grow, and connect in ways that bring joy and purpose to our lives. We've seen how retirees like Robert, Margaret, and James turned challenges into opportunities by staying curious, adaptable, and open to change. Whether it was picking up a new hobby, moving to a new city, or finding solace in travel, their stories show us that the key to a fulfilling retirement lies in staying proactive and engaged. These lessons aren't just about staying busy, they're about staying alive in every sense of the word. It's about nurturing your mind, body, and spirit, and finding ways to contribute to the world around you. Retirement is a chance to write a new chapter, one filled with adventure, connection, and meaning. So, what will your chapter look like? What lessons will you take from these inspiring stories and apply to your own life? Whether it's trying something new, reconnecting with loved ones, or simply taking a step toward a healthier, happier you, the possibilities are endless. If these stories resonated with you, let us know in the comments below. What's one lesson that inspired you the most? And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more wisdom stories like these. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember, retirement is what you make of it, so stay curious, stay connected, and keep living your best life. Until next time, take care and keep exploring.